Welcome back to Sunday Brunch Live. We're chatting now to comedian and writer James Acaster. We're privileged to have you back on our show because you've upgraded to Conan O'Brien recently.
I did that show, yeah.
How did Conan O'Brien go? Was it a good
Do you know
gig?
what? It was hard.
Why?
But it came across good on TV, but I tell you what, that audience on the day did not like me. In the slightest, actually. Went real bad. What? But then the viewing public were into it. Very nice feedback afterwards. I thought I was going to get destroyed online because I was like, well, I just died. Just died an awful death on TV. That's going to go bad. But no, yeah, the viewing public, fine. The people in the room hated me, Tim. Really hated me. How quickly? Yeah. As soon as I stepped out there. As soon as I opened my mouth and I realised they couldn't understand a word I was saying, I knew I was at a disadvantage. Did not go well. And I had food poisoning. I had food poisoning all day long. And I won't tell you the rest of the story, but it doesn't end nicely.
All right, you're about to do some more gigs, aren't you? You're rehearsing for your special live show. Tell us about it. It's going to be good, right?
It's going to be absolutely amazing. I am filming 4 stand-up comedy shows, an hour each, and they're being released in the new year. And we're filming them this week at the Notting Hill Tabernacle, and it's called Repertoire. 4 different shows. My four last Edinburgh shows, essentially.
Right. Are you filming them to put out on a telly thing or
Netflix.
Netflix special?
Yes.
Wow.
So there'll be a Netflix original.
That's fantastic. That's what everyone wants now, isn't it, as a comic?
Everybody wants it. Guess what? I got it. I did it.
What's the greatest hits thing? There's quite a few comedians doing it now.
Yeah, well, I mean, 3 of the shows are just the shows as they were.
Yeah.
And because they're kind of like linked together anyway, I wanted to put them out at the same time and not separately. And then I was touring all 3 of them this year. And then while I was touring them, I came up with a 4th one, which is like even older material, but in a more of a greatest hits kind of thing, and with a different narrative. So, like, yeah, there's 4 shows that belong together, and I wouldn't really want to, release them individually. It wouldn't make sense.
Okay. Let's talk about the book as well. Here's the book. James Acaster's Classic Scrapes.
James Acaster's Classic Scrapes.
Yes. Now, this was taken from... you used to go on Josh Widdicombe's radio show and talk about classic scrapes.
Every week I go on Josh's show and just tell a true story. And it wasn't meant to be a regular segment, and it turned into one. And then over the years got enough... Basically, it's all the bad things that have happened to me. And do you know what, Tim? I'm not happy that it fills a book. But it does, and they're all the times I messed up, and that was before Conan. Now, I've already started on another one in my head, because what a life.
It's very good. There's some really funny bits in it, a lot of funny bits in it. But one of the things I want to talk to you about is your thoughts on beavers, cubs and scouts, which really made me laugh. How you're not really that into the names.
Rename them, Tim.
Why?
A beaver does not become a cub in the wild, and a cub does not become a scout. It's completely unrelated to one another, and I think they should pick a species and follow it through logically.
Suggestions?
Change beavers to cubs.
Yeah.
Change cubs to tigers, and change scouts to older tigers. Problem solved. And then, because to be fair, like tigers, the cubs and scouts are they're almost extinct. No one's becoming cubs and scouts anymore. It's not cool. Rebrand it, get the numbers up. Same with tigers, actually. Change them to stripy lions. We'll all start saving them again.
Brilliant. And then there's also a good one where you talk about skydiving. And it does make me laugh. Because skydiving is a beautiful experience for most people. Not for you.
Good for them. If you're in a skydive and it was beautiful, congratulations. Some of us aren't that lucky. Immediately, here's the thing. If you go to a skydive, you're often attached to a professional skydiving instructor. Yeah. Make sure that particular person isn't so jazzed about doing a skydive that it's overwhelming for you to have them on your back. Because The whole time on the way down, he's losing his goddamn mind. Can I say that? He's losing his mind the whole time, really going crazy, going wild. I thought they'd attached another newbie to me who had never done a skydive before. Well, this must be somebody, and then somewhere else, there's two instructors attached to each other, wondering why the other one's not more excited. Absolutely atrocious. Screaming in my ear, and then eventually, because you go in free fall for a minute, and then he pulls the cord and you go straight up like that, and my stomach went haywire, and I had to tell him that I was feeling queasy, and they don't like hearing that. If you tell them you're feeling queasy, especially a guy like him, he threw a sulk. And we were still like thousands of feet in the air, and he's sulking in my ear like that. I can hear him just huffing all the time. And then I realised, because already I'm annoyed him, I'm in his bad books, so I didn't tell him that I made the mistake of wearing slip-ons to the skydive, and one of them was beginning to slip off. It was the exact opposite of what I bought it for. I had to hook my toes round so that I was hooking the slip-on my... I was thinking, if this falls off my foot now, well, for one, I'll be so panicked, I was feeling pretty sick. If I do both at the same time, it's going to look like I've been eating slip-ons. And then complaining that it doesn't agree with me. I'm very panicked in the air. And then when we're coming down, when we're landing, we're supposed to land together. If you do this, you get trained how to land, and you're supposed to both pull this cord and you land and you do that. And he was like, listen, mate, you're not going to be able to do that because you're feeling too poorly, which made me feel like a little baby. You're feeling too poorly, so we're going to have to do an emergency landing. So as we come in, he starts shouting down to people below, just really loud. He starts going, "We got a sleeper! We got ourselves a sleeper here, people. There's a sleeper coming in." Which I wanted to keep that a secret, personally. I didn't want everyone to know that I was a sleeper. I wanted he'd say I'm a tough guy or something. And then we had to skid in. Everyone else did a proper land, and the old sleeper and his angry friend. We had to skid in on our backs, not looking very graceful at all. And then I'm kind of passed out on it, and then someone rushed over and they took a photo of us, which my mum bought for £5, by the way. And it's still at our house, and it's just a photo of me passed out, like completely passed out, and he's laying underneath me, looking over at his mates, going, it's like, why is it always me?
James, we've run out of time, but you're going on tour, aren't you?
I'll be going on tour in the autumn, promoting the book. I'm going to be reading from the book, taking your questions about, because I'm sure you have a lot of questions about every story, and doing signings afterwards.
Brilliant. Thanks, James. Your book, Classic Scrapes, out now. That is funny.